It's a sad day when we're questioning why a black man would stand with his black woman. So when you hear black women saying we're the most undervalued, disrespected, underserved, mistreated, violated, exploited, we get all of that. Then you see a black man standing with his black woman saying, not on my watch. And you hear some black men saying, why her husband gotta be there? We're in a sad state of affairs when we begin to question black love and black unity. So they didn't want to hear me, some of them, because of what I look like, because I spoke about their heroes, and because they saw that man standing right there strong. I'm not the first one, but we get washed away in history so easily that we start thinking, oh, this is the first one, this is the first one. Her name is Claudette Colvin. And she's not the first one, but she was before Rosa Parks. But because Claudette Colvin did not fit the picture that they thought she should look like, she was dark-skinned and she had coarse hair. And because
Claudette Colvin was the girl who initially started the bus boycott down south. She was a young 15-year-old teen mom, and she refused to give up her seat. And the NAACP heard about this, and they wanted to, tell her story. But a lot of people thought that she wasn't worthy because, one, she was a teen mother, she was dark-skinned, she didn't fit the aesthetic. So they replaced her with Rosa Parks, and they made it seem like Rosa Parks was the person who had to move to the back of the bus and refused and got arrested. But it was really a 15-year-old teen mom who led that movement to what it was, but she got forgotten in history. So, but I was up, and you know how TikTok is. When you go on there to see one thing, you end up scrolling. But as soon as I open up my TikTok, I see this young college student, and basically she's on her way to go grocery shopping. She's doing a vlog, and a homeless man asks her if she has any tea. And so she ends up stopping and befriending him. And, for the next hour or so, she's helping him out. She's trying to get him medication. And it was such a sweet video. And I don't really comment on a lot of TikTok videos, but I ended up leaving a comment on this video because it really had me in my feelings, crying, honey, at 7 o'clock in the morning after watching this video. So as you guys see, she has 82,000 comments, and that's my comment there from 6 days ago with 16 likes. Hey, shout out to all 16 of y'all. But anyways, I wrote, this made me cry, God bless you, sis, because I just thought it was just so beautiful for her helping this man. And then she also filmed a video of her parents, just really speaking life into her. Later, deuces.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us in tuning in for the sea. Breaking news with integrity, so tell your friends and your family. It's the Love Is His TV show, bringing you good.
You ready? Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get it.
Why do I smell like this? No, he doesn't go in here.
Hey tea sippers, I hope you guys are doing good. So we got to talk about this viral story. So there's a young lady, her name is Sinai Garden, and basically what's going on is that about 6 days ago, I just happened to get onto TikTok early in the morning, chat. I should have been damn asleep.
understand how it can happen, Shannon, when you may not have a foundation at home,
Correct.
when you may not have that man at home or that woman at home, whomever, that support person saying you're not crazy. I got you. Come on. We're going to go through this. We're going to get through this. So for us, if we start taking things for what they are and get out of our emotions, we will be so far along.
So y'all just heard what Monique had to say. She was saying some real stuff. I mean, she spoke on a lot during that interview. And just shout out to Shannon Sharp. He is doing his thing with Club Shay Shay. Like I said, I was watching it way before the Cat Williams interview. But the interviews that he's got and the way that he actually listens to his guests, I love. The fact that he allows his guests to speak, I love. And I'm glad that Monique was able to go on her platform. And I'm glad that Monique is now getting her flowers. Because Monique has been in the game and she she deserved better. She deserved for all of us to rally behind her and say, you know what? She is telling the truth. It is bigger than her. It is the kids coming behind us. You know, and sometimes when you're the first to speak on something, when you're the truth teller, you do get blacklisted, mistreated, shadow raped. You know what I'm saying? So I see where Monique is coming from, and I'm just glad that she's still choosing to speak out and use her platform and use her voice to speak for those who are voiceless. So this was a really wonderful interview. So if you guys have not seen it, definitely check it out. I think it's about 2 hours long. It's on Club Shay Shay, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I want to hear from you guys. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this entire situation with Monique. Did you watch the full interview? What did you guys think of it? How do you guys feel about what Monique had to say about Tiffany Haddish and Taraji P. Henson? So I look forward to reading y'all's comments down below. Make sure you guys hit this video with a like. Feel free to share the video. And most important, make sure you still subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to y'all. I'm really glad that Monique brought her up because she does not get her just dues or her props simply because of a situation that she was in as a teenager and because she was a dark-skinned young black woman.
The organization, I believe it was the NAACP, did not think she would be accepted by the white people. They had to get somebody that they said the white people could accept. We keep repeating the same thing because what I said is no different than what anyone else is saying. Not at all.
Right.
It was the messenger. And it was the way that I'm not putting my head down. I'm not shedding one tear. I'm not going to say, I don't want to say their name because I might get in trouble. I'm going to say all of it. Because when you really think about that little girl coming behind you, what I don't ever want that baby to see is me broken. I don't want her to see me falling apart. And I understand it.
And just thanking her for helping somebody and for her to not be selfish. So this video was extremely, extremely touching. And we're going to go ahead and watch some of it right here.
Huh? Tea. Some hot tea? Yeah. From where? I'm walking to Trader Joe's. You want to walk with me? Yeah. Yeah. And we can stop by Starbucks or something. Say hi to my TikTok. Alright, so we want to go and see you guys real quick. In here, you got to show me where you gotta go. Because he said he's in pain. So, we just got insurance yesterday, but it takes 45 days for his insurance to be active. So, I told him, like, I'm just gonna pay for it. So, he got us. Do you recognize this one? I think this is the one you're supposed to have. I'm gonna ask him. So, yeah, Starbucks now. What size do you want? Do you want? And you were so nice. All you asked for was tea. You said, can I get some tea?
Yes.
And then you were so kind. I said, no, I want to do more for him. So I'm glad that you allowed me to help you. You were so kind to me. And I really hope everything gets better with you. I'm going to pray for you.
Great.
I give you my number. I looked out for you. Got your prescription.
Yes, you did.
I give you some money so you can go get some food. So I'm going to look for you, Aunt. So I'm going to see if I can get on TikTok. We need to raise money for Aunt, y'all. We need to help Aunt out. Seriously. What's everybody on my TikTok, Aunt? Look, I just got home. I just spent like 4 or 5 hours with him. I haven't eaten all day. I didn't actually grocery shop. Instead, I wanted to help him. I want to start a GoFundMe for him, y'all. Seriously. So hopefully this ends up on the right route.
Alright, so you guys just watched the video. Like I said, it had me in tears. I'm like, this is just so sweet for her to go out her way to help a homeless man, a random guy.
Migrated, used her own money to take the man Alonzo shopping for clothes and other necessities. Now she's hoping this money will help Alonzo's prostate cancer treatments, among other things. If you want to donate to that GoFundMe, you can head on over to our website, WUSA9.com.
Alright, so you guys just heard what the news had to say. So she did like another part 2, because I saw the part 2 in the Shade Room, where she went and found him again. She took him shopping at Target. She got him a cell phone. You know, people were like really happy. Like people donated and really supported what she was doing for him, and she didn't want any of the money. She was like, all of this money is for him. People were like, no, you should take some of it for his schooling, because she's a college student. But she refused. She said she just wanted to help him out. That's all it was about. Well, now we got some really disturbing news. So earlier today, I was sent an article, and they're basically saying that that homeless man that Sanai was helping is super violent, and he's attacked women in the past. So this is a really sad video, and I'm really shocked by this. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this update really quick.
Here's a TikTok video of a college student in D.C. helping out a homeless man. It went viral, and a GoFundMe campaign raised more than $400,000 to help him.
But tonight, questions are being raised about the man's alleged criminal history. And Fox 5 Sierra Fox joins us live from Northwest with this exclusive report. Sierra?
The man in that viral TikTok video goes by Alonzo. Tonight, I exclusively spoke with a woman who says here in D.C. years ago when she was homeless, he beat her up, and now she's only sharing the harrowing details with Fox 5. The attack was caught on camera, and we want to warn you, it may be difficult to watch. This is exclusive video you will only see on Fox 5. Police say Alonzo Douglas Hebron put a scarf over the victim's head while she was sleeping outside Foundry United Methodist Church. Then he started punching her face and body for several minutes. The brutal assault happened in June.
Like a small one? Okay. Can I get a grande green tea, please? Okay. Here's your green tea. Do you want some napkins? So the studios we were just at only had one of the medications, but the one he really needs, they don't have it. And he's in pain. He really cannot walk with me. So I told him, like, stay here. I'm going to walk to the other CVS, and I'm going to see if they got it. So I went to the other CVS, and the guy was so nice. He gave us a heavy discount. He was like, I got a good discount. And then I'm waiting for his prescription to get refilled. So I see him. Guys, I'm so happy they had his medicine. So I'm on my way to go find it right now. So they had your medicine. So I got your medicine. Alright, so we switch. He's gonna push my card, and then I'm gonna take his suitcase. He's talking about he's gonna go to the church. I said, no, I'm gonna get you a hotel room. But I know all these cars looking like, what the hell do they got going on? Alright, yo. After an hour, we got Uncle Room. Okay,
She's so sweet.
Room. Oh, period. Period. Look at I done got you a room and everything. This is your keys, Unc. I want you to enjoy yourself. Check out at 11 o'clock. Here, give me some money. Okay. You got my number, right? You gonna be good? So, I love you too, Unc. Y'all, TikTok. We spent how many hours together, Unc? We spent them. I haven't eaten all day. I'm hungry. I gotta go back to school. What kind of cancer you got?
Prostate.
Prostate?
Prostate.
Okay. So I got cancer, y'all. I wanted to help him. It was crazy because I was gonna get my groceries delivered, and I decided to go on a walk.
It did kind of make me feel a little bit uncomfortable when she was in the hotel room with him, but just for the fact that, you know, she's so young, she doesn't know him. But, you know, I knew where her heart was at. And when I tell you that video went viral, it had millions of views, and she was able to raise $400,000 for him, you know, which is such a blessing. So we're going to watch that news clip really quick.
You see, donations are pouring into a GoFundMe after a college student made a series of TikToks showing her helping one of her unhoused neighbors. Well, that GoFundMe has spiked.
Okay, what the hell is unhoused? Like, when we stop being so politically correct, it's homeless, and it's okay. That's not a bad word. Like, I just hate how, like, everything has, like, a stigma to it. Homeless. Say it with me. That's what we were raised saying. Unhoused. What?
By more than $100,000 since we first told you about this on Friday. More than 72 hours later, it's reached $400,000. Now, prior to the donations, tonight
2020 on P Street in Northwest D.C.
I'm speechless. I do not understand how a human being
Oh, my
can
God.
act like this. He's a sociopath. He does not have a sense of remorse.
The victim, who wants to remain anonymous for safety reasons, says she woke up at the hospital not remembering what exactly happened to her. She's sharing these photos of the aftermath. Is this the man who assaulted you?
Yep.
The victim claims Hebron is known as a violent and dangerous person in the homeless community. That's why she says watching this viral TikTok video is triggering.
I've been struggling since then. I'm an alcoholic in recovery. Last week was my 18 months anniversary. And the last 2 days, yeah, I came close. I didn't because he's not worth it.
After an hour,
However, she does not fault the young lady for trying to help someone.
I was heartbroken.
But maybe him getting that cancer diagnosis, it might be because of all the bad things he's done to people. You know, now he's on the street homeless and begging and everything else. So I feel really bad that this is how the story is ending. This was such a feel-good story, and I was so happy for her that she was able to raise the money that she was looking for. So I don't know what should happen now. You know, I don't know if GoFundMe is going to do something now that the news has investigated and they found out that he's a violent career, criminal. I don't know if people should just get a refund. I don't know if she should take the money because, that's a lot of money. That's what she wasn't raising it for herself. Should she get half? I don't know what should happen. But if what they're saying is true about this man, he should not get that $450,000 because he's done so much bad. So maybe I would say maybe she should get like maybe 50 grand, 100 grand of that money for her schooling and to better, her education and stuff like that. And then maybe the rest can be donated to help, battered women's shelters or just shelters in the bar. I'm just saying. I don't think he was all the way erect, if that's a, more technical term. I think, he was trying to get it up there, but he wasn't all the way yet. Hence why it looked so flimsy and a little bit on the thinner side. I don't think it was all the way hard, but the length was definitely lengthy, okay? But let me keep this real. This is what happens when your career is tanking. I'm not taking nothing away from what Drake has done in the past. I'm not taking away from his music, okay? Because a lot of his albums still bang. But his newer stuff been flopping. His newer stuff is floppier than his dick, okay? Let's keep that all the way 100, okay? His new stuff is not hitting like it once was. And let's not forget, Meg Thee Stallion dropped that diss track, and he was the other person that she addressed on his. When she said that he got the same scars as her, basically insinuating that he has a BBL and a tummy tuck.
In the song Hiss, Megan said, all these little rap ninjas so frauds. Be they hardest bars. These ninjas hate on...
Okay, Twitter is officially Pornhub. I don't care what anybody says. You can go on Twitter and see all types of people smashing, doing all types of freaky shit at any time of damn day. So to me, Twitter is the new Pornhub. So anyways, I was minding my business, and I started getting a bunch of phone calls and tags and everything else that Drake's peen has leaked online. So I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. Now, I've always heard that Drake had a big one, so I'm not going to take that from him. I had heard that from Pat and a few other people. They always say that Drake was packing. So I was like, I wonder if what they're saying is true. Well, I went to go see the video, and yes, honey, he was definitely packing. He definitely had a lot of length. You know what I'm saying? That it was just, but it wasn't like really girthy. It wasn't girthy enough for me. Like the length, okay, we see you. But a lot of people are saying it was a pencil peen. I don't think it was a pencil peen. I don't think it was as girthy as it could have been, but I also, just to, be fair, I don't think he was all the way home. Like, feel free to share the video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.
Hey, y'all.
Ready? Don't you ready?
Yes, you coming. Sippers, I hope you guys are doing good. So it is official, in my personal opinion. I feel like Drake's washed. His career is going downhill. If you guys do not know, yesterday Drake's peen pics leaked all over the, well, not all over the internet, but on our favorite porn site, not Pornhub, Twitter, DC area. I think that might be good, but if not, they may have to just refund the money. So the story is so sad how it just took this twist and turn. Unfortunately, it's really sad that out of all the homeless people that she could have helped, it was this man. And she didn't know, He just asked her for tea and she went above and beyond. So I know this has been devastating for her because she seems like such a sweet young girl. So I feel really, really bad that now this is being reported about this, this character that she was trying to help. So let me know what you guys think about this story. Did you guys see this story on TikTok? Did it tug at your heartstrings? Did you donate any money, to this GoFundMe? What do you guys think should happen moving forward? Do you feel like the money should be given back to everyone? Or do you feel like the money should be given to the young woman? Like, what do you guys think should happen? And then also, what do you guys think about this homeless man, them saying that he's a violent career criminal? look forward to reading everybody's comments down below. Make sure to hit this video with a
BBLs and be walking around with the same scars. Cosplay gangsters, fake A accents. Posted in another ninja's hood like a bad beat. He has been rumored to have gotten liposuction, some ab etching, tummy tucks, and all that stuff. He left comments saying, ninjas having BBL scars, bye Drake. The body count line cleared all the men. LMAO.
So, I think that is why he leaked his peen pics. This is something sassy that Drake would do. Let's keep it real. He's still out here going in on Rihanna, throwing shots at Rihanna.
I don't sing that song anymore. You can sing it for me.
Refusing to sing the lyrics to Work, whatever damn song they did together. So he's still on his sassy shit. And then all of a sudden at the Meg Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying, calls him out for his BBL. Now all of a sudden we get, blessed or, disgusting, one of the two, whatever side of the podium you're on. Either you thought it was a blessing or you were disgusted, okay? But I just find it funny that all of a sudden his peen pics leaked.
Heartbroken. First of all, kudos to the woman who did this. She meant well, and I do applaud her for that. I know it was a lot of work for her to do so. But portraying him as something he just simply isn't.
Records reveal back in November 2012, Hebron was sentenced to 5 years in prison for stabbing a man in the neck with a screwdriver during a fight on Queen Street in Northeast DC.
Damn!
The suspect's past also includes other assaults and robberies. According to DC courts, Hebron was released to a halfway house last year in June 2023. He escaped and then was returned by the U.S. Marshal Service. It's not clear when he was released.
Why is he on the street? How many people does he have to hurt before? I'm sorry, it's locked up for good. He will not stop. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Now, what's very disturbing is if you go down to the comments, this is the first comment on that news article. They say, everyone who donated to the GoFundMe needs a refund. Douglas is my first cousin and he's a career criminal. He has been violent all his life. The young lady who's trying to help him should be very careful. He could hurt her at any moment. He's not welcome near me or my family. I wouldn't donate 10 cents to help him. When I tell you God was with that girl, because I know when I watched it, I felt like, man, this is such a beautiful story, but it did make me uncomfortable with her going into the room with him. Now, granted, she was on TikTok, but if he wanted to do something to her, there's nothing we, the audience who are watching this live, can do for her. So I just thank God that he didn't attack her. The fact that he's attacked somebody with a screwdriver, the way he jumped on a woman and was punching and assaulting her, he's a few eggs short of a dozen, clearly. And, and I'm not trying to be funny. I bet you $100,000, child. He leaked them himself. He leaked it himself to take conversation away from Meg's hiss, because right now Meg is number one. And if she's number one on the Billboard, everybody's listening to that hiss diss, and they all know it's towards Nicki and it's towards Drake. And he don't like the fact that everybody's, listening to this diss and, got him looking in a bad light. Folks have been roasting him, going in on him. So what better way to shut up the critics than to expose Nicki? And here we are. So they have since taken it down off of Twitter, so you can't find it. But, I'm the queen of receipts. I did download it for research purposes. Don't judge me. Yes, you did, man. I downloaded it for research purposes. That is why I can get a clear analysis of his peen. For my research, for me downloading it and zooming in and shit, I don't think he was all the way erect. So we're not going to do Drake like that and act like, he had a pencil peen. I don't think it was a pencil peen. I just don't think he was all the way erect. But I will give him, 9 out of 10 stars for the length. The length was definitely lengthening, but the girth was not girthing. But I think that was just because he was, he was trying to get himself there. But it was funny, like a damn churro stick, bitches. So that is my opinion on Drake's peen leaking and going viral all over social media yesterday. I was definitely here for it. It was definitely a nice little wake up. But I'm still no longer a fan of Drake. Y'all know I used to be a big Drake fan, but I'm no longer a fan. I just can't take his sassiness, just the weird outfits, the painting of the nails. I just can't do sassy Drake. I'm here for the Drake of yesteryear, the new Drake, next.
pushback. You're like, no, Flip, that is grooming. So now we're
All right, so let me come back on the screen. Now, y'all kind of heard their back and forth, their banter. Now, I don't know, I find this conversation really interesting, right? Because at the end of the day, Jalen Green he's 21 years old. He's young, but you know, for the most part, he's of age. He's legal. I didn't realize Drea was as old as she was. Now, I will say her dating a 21-year-old, it is odd, especially being that he's the exact same age as her son. But I don't think there's anything wrong with dating younger guys. And I think a lot of younger guys do go at older women, especially if you look young. And a lot of these basketball dudes, I'm tired of people trying to put them in situations as them solely being victims. A lot of them know what they're doing, just like when people were mad at Brittany Renner when she got pregnant by PJ Washington. And my thing is this, yes, Brittany Renner is older than PJ, but PJ also wanted the fame and the clout that came with chasing a woman like Brittany. Before, they were having a conversation on Joe Budden's podcast, and Joe Budden is basically calling Drea Michelle a predator because she has been dating 21-year-old Jalen Green. And Joe Budden is not here for it. He's like really upset. So we're gonna watch this together, and I'm gonna give you guys my reaction.
This is why you're hired, so we can shut up during topics like this. Yes, the floor is yours to say anything that you think.
Why is his leg like that? Why does he sit like that? He just looks like a gossiping granny. His leg is literally up here. Why? Put your legs down, Joe. Let your balls breathe. Goodness. I hate how his leg is always like just toted in the air, like a accessory.
Matters as far as
Is it okay? It's speculation right now. She was wearing overalls. Everybody's the tizzy. We don't know anything. So, yeah, I mean, no, this is a tizzy.
Okay.
This is tizzy. Everyone's talking about it and whatnot.
What do you think about all of it? Fucking everyone's talking about it. Nigga, we here. It's prime time. Lights is right, like it's playoff time. Everyone's talking about it. Everybody. Is it grooming? We're speculating.
How much? What's his contract?
Oh shit!
I'm asking. I'm asking
in a few years he'll be making $300 million.
Okay, so
he's gonna max out. He's gonna be one of the max guys.
Okay. And so, in no way, shape, or form do you guys think that he has any choice in who he dates, who he fucks, who he has babies with?
Yes, you do. And what do you think about everything?
Okay, well then that's really it. This is a man making a choice to be with the woman he wants to be with.
We're not talking about his choices as a 21-year-old whose brain is not fully developed. We're talking about Drea in her 40s having a baby by the young man whose brain is not developed. Do you have a unique take on this, or do you just want to be in there? Because if that's the case, then I'll act like a woman and start talking.
I'm gonna come help you bid.
He's going to do whatever he wants. I can't control him, but I'm not gonna like it if I'm his mother.
So, due to the fact that we speak on when men do, we consider it grooming. Now that it's.
I think that, and also I'll also
have this talk with her because she got this.
But I'll also say that I don't like the term grooming being thrown around so often.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, disrespect her. She looked pregnant. We've been watching Drea for over 15
And don't nobody want to say we love Drea. That shit is crazy.
She looks nuts. She looks absolutely nuts.
Let's be real.
There's nothing to say.
Can I say something, Joe?
I just don't understand how everybody go mute when a situation.
Let me just say something. We were talking about Marcus Houston and his young wife. If you could go back to that, and you said something pertaining to grooming. You used that word pertaining to Marcus Houston and his wife. So
you use bastardized, all this bullshit.
And you said that
Joe Budden had this stance. He wasn't flipping out on Diddy and saying, you're too old, she's young enough to be your daughter. Because Carisha's younger than his oldest son. Everybody was like, oh, she's bad. Oh, she's a dime. Oh, Diddy be pulling her. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gives men's props when they get younger girls who are beautiful, who are socialites. Men high-five Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio, to me, doesn't really date anybody over the age of 30. Nobody bashes him. Scott Disick. He was dating, Sophia Richie when she was just turned 19. Nobody really looked at that as strange. So I don't know, I just feel like there's a double standard. If Drea was dating just some 21-year-old who didn't have shit, who was just a regular average 21-year-old struggling, then she'd be seen as some type of sugar mama and a weirdo. But because she pulled a 21-year-old who's worth $300 million, who's getting a bag, who's, going to be probably one of the top NBA players, that's where the issue lies, I feel. I feel like a Renner, and that's the same thing I see with Jalen Green. He also wants the fame and the clout that comes with chasing a woman like Drea. Now, granted, Drea is damn near, what is she, 39 years old, almost 40? She's way older than him, but why is it that Jalen Green couldn't get with somebody that goes to his college or, like, you know, his high school sweetheart? I'm sure a lot of girls around his age would love to date him. So again, a lot of these young boys are also going for older women as well. The reason why Melissa, let's keep it real, why she's kind of hesitant, because I'm sure in her DMs there's all types of young men, you know what I'm saying, 23 and up, 21 and up, trying to holler at her, you know, trying to get with her. And, you know, she probably would give them some play because they are of age. My thing is I think the conversation only becomes predatory and grooming when it comes to women, depending on the guy. Because, see, when Diddy was dating Carisha, and granted, Carisha's grown, she's 28. Diddy is damn near 60 years old. I didn't see, a lot of men do not like when older women are able to get younger guys who got a bag. It's like it makes them mad. They feel like, and that's the thing with social media, it's like you can't win. Because in the same breath, they'll say like, oh, nobody wants a woman if she's over the age of 35. That's old, throw her away. You know what I'm saying? She's ran through, you know what I mean? It's all this shade as a woman gets older. And then when they see young guys trying to get at that same woman, they feel away. Now, another thing that's really hypocritical to me is Joe Budden's stance, okay? Let's keep this real. Joe, when you were dating Cyn Santana, you guys started dating in 2016. Cyn Santana was 23 years old. You were 35. Her brain, by your logic, wasn't fully developed because your brain isn't fully developed until you hit the age of 25. So I know for me personally, I don't want to talk to anybody under the age of 25 because, yeah, their brain is not fully developed. I'd rather have somebody that's a little bit older in Gen Z than younger. So, but I'm not going to judge Drea per se, but I do feel like 21 is really young, and especially if he's the exact same age as your son, that is kind of weird. But, you know, once they're 25 and up, their brain is fully developed. That's their own personal decision and personal choice if they want to date an older woman or an older man. That is their business. Like, these relationships are not new. It's just you have a segment of the population who just loves to constantly yell out grooming and predatory and this and that. So back to Joe Budden. When you and Cyn Santana got together, she was 23. Everyone gave Joe Budden props. Oh, she's bad. Oh, that's a thick Dominicana. She's, oh my gosh, look at Joe. He pulling that young girl. I didn't hear all this, you know, grooming, predatory stuff. I didn't get this energy from Joe. He had no problem knocking her out while she was still in her 20s. She just now in her 30s. She's like 31 years old. Joe Budden is what, 43? So they're about 10 years apart. And so why is this standard only placed on Drea, but not placed on Joe? Joe, you got Cyn Santana, but do young dudes even approach you? So I think a lot of people who complain and who have something to say, younger people don't approach them any fucking way. So of course they're gonna be yelling out predator and groomer and all this other stuff. The Marcus Houston situation to me is definitely different because this girl was a runaway and he'd been talking to her literally since she was 15. That was definitely grooming. You can't compare this Jalen situation to Marcus Houston and his wife, his not wife. You know, so I don't know. I just find the whole conversation interesting, but I do feel like when it's a woman and she's with a younger man who has status and money, it's an issue. If an older woman is dating a younger guy, 9 times out of 10, they're on their shit. They have themselves together and they just like older women. But usually when an older guy dates a younger woman, she doesn't have to bring anything to the table because for them it's about arm candy. It's about sex. It's about, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm you know, big daddy still pulling, you know what I'm saying, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds. And for young girls, they understand that they're pregnant when she was in her 20s. Maybe she wasn't 21, but she wasn't too far from 23 either. You know, so I just find that kind of hypocritical. At the end of the day, he's legal. If he wants to chase Drea when he has a bunch of girls around his age, you know what I mean, that he could be with, that is on him. Because like I always say, when you have something to lose, you have to look after your assets. So if he's goofy enough to get her pregnant, because I'm sure he knows about birth control, if he's goofy enough to get a 40-year-old pregnant, that is on him. You know what I'm saying? He's of age. There's nothing y'all can do about it legally. Y'all can sit there and scream and holler that she's a predator and a groomer, but legally there's nothing you can do about it. But I just find it funny that when it's an older woman who gets with a younger guy who has money, who gives him props, or some date a 25-year-old Instagram model. Well, sir, do you even have the wealth or the status that she would even look to date you? Most likely not. Oh, I would never date a young dude. I only want to date, you know, men in my friends. I don't know. I just find the whole conversation very hypocritical, especially coming from Joe. But I get how some people feel like, no, that's not okay. She's too old to be dating a 21-year-old. And I mean, I think that is a big age gap. And, you know, hopefully she's not pregnant. It's just a rumor. But I mean, if she is, he also bears some responsibility for that. It takes two to get somebody pregnant. So if he wants to get with her and get her pregnant, that is on him. But then as a mother, yeah, I would probably feel away if my son was worth all of that and then he's bringing home this 40-year-old. I'm going to feel like, well, is she trying to go after my son for his money? But let's not act like Drea's a slouch being called a predator by Joe. Do you think Joe is being a hypocrite? And then how do you guys feel about older women dating younger guys? Do you feel like it's weird just like when older guys date younger women? Or do you feel like there's a lot of hypocrisy? Because a lot of times when it's older men dating younger women, they get props, they get praise. But when the gender is reversed, it's all these issues. So go ahead and leave a comment. Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. So make sure to like the video, feel free to share the video. Most importantly, make sure you still subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to y'all later. This is...
Monique on Club Shay Shay. So, as we all know, Monique sat down with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay, let's give them a big shout out because that couch, man.
Club Shay Shay is smoking 2024.
Yes.
Drop on the clue sponsor, Shannon Sharp.
As soon as you said Monique's name, he started lighting that sage.
I know, I see him, and then maybe he should. Okay.
I'm like, this is Palo Santo. I'm like Palo Santo just because.
Okay.
You need to go sit on Shannon's couch, and he's thought that's for no reason.
Pause. Look, the interview was 2 hours and 55 minutes. These comedians be having a lot to say. I think it's interesting. The first thing I noticed that she called out the Breakfast Club before I got here, and we have audio. What did she say? What did she say?
We were able to do the special, and we appreciated them saying, listen, how can we work this out? Now, you know what happens with that? People were having call-ins when I said, this is not right. I was donkey of the day. Remember that? I was donkey of the day. The Breakfast Nubs called me the donkey.
Drea also has her own, you know what I'm saying? She's also has money. She has her own brand. So it's not like she's like just some bum-ass 40-year-old who doesn't have money to her name either. So she has her own net worth. She has her own wealth. So there is an update to the story. They're saying that Drea is not pregnant. She posted some bikini pictures. But some people are saying that they still don't believe her because Haley Bailey basically did the same thing and claimed she wasn't pregnant. And then she had the secret baby. And some people saying that her bikini photo was posted back in June. I don't know, but it looks like that's her responding back to the critics, showing that she's not pregnant. Once again, if she is, that's going to be between her and Jalen Green and their families to figure out. So I don't know. The whole conversation is very interesting, but I look forward to hearing from you guys. Back to the critics, showing that she's not pregnant. Once again, if she is, that's going to be between her and Jalen Green and their families to figure out. So I don't know. The whole conversation is very interesting, but I look forward to hearing from you guys. I want to know y'all's opinion on this entire situation concerning Drea.
Of the day. That's what they said. And they had a whole call-in about how I was donkey of the day. But you didn't do the same thing when you found out the settlement. Now all of a sudden, don't nobody know what a settlement is. It was really, really quick. We just want to throw it away. So with that Netflix special, it was just like, no, guys, I gotta stand out.
That is not. We gave Monique big love when the Netflix
Y'all
special
did?
happened.
We sure did.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I said, you know what? That's why I need to mind my damn business.
Okay.
When it comes to other people's business.
So you did say that?
Yes.
Okay, because I just wanted to make...
Absolutely.
Because I wasn't here.
No,
so I just...
You're not part of the Breakfast Nubs.
Yeah, I'm not a Breakfast Nub at all. So I just wanted to make sure.
Hey, we need that imaging, Taylor. Get that. You already know what to do.
And then Monique on D.L. Hughley. Obviously, we know they had some static before, but we also had the audio because she also talked about him as well.
I do DL's radio show.
Yes.
D.L. Hughley is not there. His team is there. And Shannon, we having a great time. When we get to the end of the show, they say no.
I have sex with...
No,
would you rather have sex with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Jefferson without?
Without one, yeah.
That's a good would you rather.
All right, so which one would you rather do?
Neither.
All right, so if somebody asked your wife that, what would she say? she would say neither would you. You know how she exactly.
I'm just thinking about the game. Would you rather?
No,
it's a good game. That's a good question for the game.
But what are you getting at? That's her thing. Like, what are we getting at? Y'all trying to say
I
my
understand
husband is
I understand why Monique feel the way.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's a good would you rather.
And we calling out Lee Daniels for sexuality, like, you know what I'm saying. So she didn't like that, but it was interesting to see.
Lee Daniels need to be called out. He's out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, he out here.
Lee Daniels.
I didn't know that. Yeah, lit.
He out here.
See, I don't be in people's business like you. I didn't know he was out like that. I didn't know. I ain't seen him in a minute. Okay, Lee.
Yeah, you see me.
You know, I ain't seen nothing about him.
Been waving that flag.
Okay, I know that's right. He better wave it then. All right, that's what's up. Now, it was.
You want to play a game? Well, I want to play. I said, sure, sugar. And it's a game called Would You Rather, okay? They said, Monique, we want to play a game of Would You Rather. Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one? So I said, I'm going to call my brother. I called D.L. Hughley on the phone. I say, hey, baby, yeah. Huh? That's how he responds. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team, and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? Asked me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it.
That's a great Would You Rather.
Listen.
If you are into the culture and you know about certain things, would you rather have sex with Lee Daniels without a condom?
You think that's a that you really did? You can sit there. You can sit there with your bald head and say that's a good would you rather.
That's why he's like,
would you rather?
So what did they
would you
get
rather?
at?
What would you rather?
Would you rather have sex with Lee Daniels without a condom?
Interesting to see how quick D.L. Hughley jumped online. I think he responded before the interview was over. And this is what he said.
Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much in game weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of her. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. My co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints, I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes.
And so what he didn't say was, she had also told Shannon Sharp that he was.
Remember how Taraji said the trailers were infested?
Yes.
Our trailers blew up. Now, whenever this airs, I'm gonna post the trailers blowing up so that people can see.
Right.
But they blew up. And if any of us were in those trailers, we would have been gone. When I was smelling the gas, we went to the brothers that was hooking up the trailers and we said, hey, we smell gas. Mm-hmm. They said, Mo, we let him know, talking about the head in charge, we let him know. He just said, okay, and walked away. Did Will
Why are you
reach out
driving
to
so
anybody?
oddly slow?
I can't say he didn't reach out to me and say, hey, is everything okay?
Oh my God.
Did you lose
Thank
anything?
you.
Is everything good? The only thing they wanted to know from me was, remember how Taraji, where was Aunt May's wigs? Where are those wigs?
They was only worried about the wig.
And thank God nobody was in those trailers. Lord have mercy.
And she actually did post a video. She took to her Instagram and she posted the video. So she actually does have receipts for that. And that it sent a cease and desist because how he handled it, how he felt, how she felt like he dismissed her. So when he was sent the cease and desist, no, it didn't air. It was immediately sent after she talked to him.
You can send a cease and desist for an interview? That you do?
I have no idea.
You can send a cease and desist to anybody.
Nah, but if you do an actual interview, how do you send a cease and desist and say not played if you actually did the interview?
I don't know, you have to ask Monique.
Okay.
What you about to say?
I was about to say Monique is a grown woman, so, I can totally see her being offended by that question. Like, you got to know who to play with. Your dad, that wasn't, you don't play with her like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And he said, these are the way we do things. You know what I'm saying? She also had spoken on, some things about how we know how Taraji just, during the press run, spoke on how unfairly that she was treated. And she had hinted at when Taraji had said that their trailers were infested before, everything was made better for the cast of Color Purple. And Monique had spoke on their trailers blowing up. Play number 5.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity, so tell your friends and your family. This is Siri Show. Bringing you good tea and goodbye. This is Siri Show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Hey tea sippers, I hope you guys are doing good. So it is official in my personal opinion. I feel like Drake's washed. His career is going downhill. If you guys do not know, yesterday Drake's peen pics leaked all over there. Well, not all.
I think last year was probably the most intense I've ever felt it, to the point where at the end of the year after the Nick Nocturnal Awards show, which was super fun, and like, again, thank you guys all for that support. Hopefully we can do another one this year, the Sleep Token Awards. I needed a second.
Honestly, like, mind-blowing to see, like, yeah, their trailers did blow up. It wasn't only hers, it was a couple of them. She spoke on...
We got a rap.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody do that. Because, you know, I'm going to keep on coming.
I was
Don't
listening.
nobody rapping on that.
I wasn't paying no attention to it.
Club Shay Shay and Smoking. I don't know what's true and what's not true. Everybody got a story, but they telling them on Club Station.
Absolutely.
And there has been no mess like comedian mess all year. Meg and Nikki don't got nothing on the comedians.
Nothing.
Ice Spice and Lotto don't got nothing on the comedians.
Nothing. That's not even a beef. Ice Spice and Lotto, that's not no beef.
That's not like Dunkin' Donuts versus Starbucks,
All right, Spice. Jesus. All right. Thank you for Jess with the Mess. When we come back, we got front page news. Tesla Figaro will be joining us. And then the group from North Carolina, Little Brother, they'll be joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. In the morning. The Breakfast Club.
You ready? John, you ready?
Yes, you ready.
Thank you guys for that, again, allowing me to do this. But I wanted to not just say thank you guys for that, but also give you kind of an update of, sure, what's going on, but what I want to be doing going forward. This channel is about fun metal things, and I think that's its final form. You know, I'm sure we'll evolve with the continuous memes and low tuning and vocalists getting canceled and all of that. But it's always going to be about doing fun metal things, music related in terms of breakdowns, watching stuff or discussing. That's what I want to make sure this channel keeps doing and diversifying with that. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff, I think.
They're just
based
annoying.
on Twitch, because it's also just such a weird... I probably should have just literally took an actual break and been like, guys, I need time. Because it's scary. Your brain can get to such a scary place when you just don't even know what's happening anymore in your own life and you're just going. And I never want to make content or do this stuff without it being purely just like, yo, let's do fun metal things. And that's something also last year I discovered, like, what's the point of this channel? Because I didn't know. I don't know why y'all tune in to watch me do dumb shit, to be honest. I never fit in with like the guitarist crowd because it's not a guitar channel. I never fit in necessarily with just like the pure reaction metal channel. I never fit in with like the gearheads. I never really understood what we did here, other than I just kind of turned the camera on and we did fun metal
Great,
things.
thanks.
And
How are you?
And ironically became the actual, like, I guess, catchphrase of what we do, thanks to the sub call out. Did you know that 50% of you are subscribed? We do fun metal things here. And I started to realize, like, that's what we do. That's what this channel is about. It's about just doing fun metal things. And I started to understand that, just like myself, I make this content kind of for myself, basically, like as an outlet of just doing something fun and engaging. You know, maybe you have a long day of work or something like that, like real work, not my hilarious YouTuber job. And you just want to chill and just keep your mind off things. Maybe you had a hard day. Maybe life is, you know, a little messed up and you just need something to take your mind off of things. And that's something I realized what this channel was kind of a little safe haven for metalheads to come and just, even if I made y'all laugh for like a few minutes a day, like it just felt so fulfilling and exciting, and still does. And when I was going so crazy with it and content last year especially, I think I kind of lost the sense of like why am I doing this? I'm just doing it.
Lost in the sauce.
And it was scary, and especially tied with moving and all of this. Moving just was to the point where I literally had to stop doing content and take a little break. Even though you guys still saw YouTube videos, I had to. And it's so crazy because even just that little break gave so much clarity to what we do here, what I want to do on the channel, and honestly, just continue the specialty of doing fun metal things and exploring all of that. And with that, you know, I want to thank you guys all for the support you've given for these past, oh my god, I've been doing this shit for almost 10 years. Fuck. It'll be the, I don't know, the Bad Omens award show this year or the Lowe's award show. I don't fucking know. Alright, vote for other things other than Sleep Token. And than me just sitting here and talking to the camera. And I want to continue doing more of that in the sense of seeing, you know, talking commentary, you know, talking about new bangers, discussion, but and also continue on what we did last year, which was writing songs, you know, doing the shorts, which I want to start back up again. How to in 30 seconds was so fun, and the success it saw with even getting the bands themselves on the tracks that I was trying to emulate the bands for, like the Slaughter and Suicide Silence, was insane. Like, I want to continue that, and again, really focus on writing music, making music, metal, heavy, fun, weird shit, and also having the commentary side, the reaction side, the maybe talking about what's happening in the news side, but also because I'm going to be focusing more on, let's say, on the Twitch aspect of, that's where a lot of the content might be derived from, you know, which we basically started that happening last year. I'm also going to have a lot more time to just think of bigger picture things, like Slavic Metal 2 should have been out by now, like things like that, or like, I've always had these really big ideas that I want to pull off, even like the Nick Nocturnal Awards show, but it just takes so much time and there's no way to balance it with the craziness of the schedule I had. So I think just finding a better balance to do all that fun shit is really what I'm going to be focusing on. So you guys get like a really big, exciting, oh damn, Nick really went all out on this. And then just, as you know, the almost safety, fun, chill content, just as the time goes by, with writing stuff thrown in there and new bangers being released. I think that's something I really want to continue to do and learn on, and also the podcast channel in itself is a fun little side note of having just really cool metal guests on and talking with them. And, you know, there's things I could say that we're doing for sure this year. I mean, you guys really made the last Nick Nocturnal Award show successful.